What is up, woke family? It's your boy Woke Bucks, and I'm back again with another live stream. So the topic that I'll be discussing this live stream today is in regards to why this will be one of the toughest times that you go through in your life. The one thing that you have to understand at the end of the day is that the reason that this is going to be one of the toughest times that you're going to go through in your life is because of everything that's happening, not only in your personal life, but in the world, right? You see in the world we're living in right now, they're talking about there being a war within Russia and Ukraine. Whether it's true, whether it's not true, only God knows, right? Because the thing is that we're not over on the other side to be able to determine what's actually going on, right? I posted in my YouTube live stream a couple of nights ago a link to where they're saying that there's strategic cameras in Ukraine showing that there's nothing happening. Whether we know, whether we don't know, right? Or whether it's the truth, whether it's not the truth, we don't know. But the reality of the situation is that there's going to be a lot of things that are going to happen in your life right now that are going to put you through adversity, and you have to fight everything that is happening to you, right? There are certain things that you can do in order to be able to put yourself in a position to be successful, especially through adversity. Because the thing is that there is not a single person in this world that doesn't face adversity. Let me repeat that again. There is not a single person in this world that's not going to face adversity or is not facing adversity, right? Everybody faces adversity. So with that being said, you have to be mentally woke, you have to be spiritually woke, you have to be physically woke, you have to be emotionally woke, and you have to be financially woke in order to be able to put yourself in positions to succeed, right? So in this video right now, what I'm basically going to do is I'm basically going to give you 5 strategies that you're going to use in order to be able to fight adversity. Because the reality of the situation is that you're either going to fight adversity from your family or from the public. But more likely than not, it's probably going to be through your family, right? When you put yourself in a position to become a high value man, right, you're going to realize that your family is going to start to hate on you. They're going to start to despise you. They're going to start to see certain things in you that they see in themselves, but they don't want to put in the work. Therefore, you have to go harder. You have to put in the work more. You have to be grateful for life and use it as an opportunity to be able to push forward and continue to accomplish great things in your life. That is the reality of the situation, but a lot of people decide to complain, whine, don't want to put in the work. And it's not going to help you be able to get to the next level in your life. So this is the time that you have to put in the work. This is the time when you have to try to become greater. This is the time where you have to try to level up in order to become the person that the Most High God has called you to become. There's no time for you to slack off and continue to be lazy, right? You're going to see family members lie against you. You're going to see family members talk about you in a negative light. You're going to see family members plot to take out your life. You're going to see family members try to plot and put you in a situation that's going to make you look bad. But listen, it is what it is. With that being said, you have to be able to start leveling up. So these are the 5 strategies that you're going to use in order to be able to level up. And each strategy is going to go for either one: mental, spiritual, physical, emotional, financial, right? Let's start off with spiritually. The one thing that we have to all realize, listen and listen carefully, woke family, right? The one thing that we have to realize is that at the end of the day, everything happens in the spiritual realm before it happens in the physical. Let me repeat that again so you can understand me. Everything happens on a spiritual level, right? So everything happens in the spiritual realm first, then it manifests itself into the physical. So the one thing you have to understand is that if you are not growing spiritually every single day with the Most High God, with Jesus Christ, with the Holy Spirit, it's going to be very, very hard for you to be able to have good things manifest in your life, especially when you're going through adversity. Because adversity starts in the spiritual realm before it manifests into the physical. So with that being said, success as well also starts in the spiritual and then manifests into the physical. So if you're not growing your relationship with God through prayer, through meditation, through being wonderful to everybody, right? Living, being a good person, right? Trying to help people as much as you possibly can, trying to live a good life, do the things that are right. It's going to be very, very hard for you to be able to overcome that adversity, or it might take longer. But especially when you're going through a lot of trials and tribulations in your life and a lot of negative things are starting to happen, a lot of people don't know how to be able to control it. They don't know what to do to be able to get it out of their life. And then they end up becoming a victim. You can't be a victim in 2022. There's no reason for you to be a victim, right? So the first thing you want to do, like I said, is grow that relationship with the Most High. Seek Him in both your good moments and your bad moments. What people tend to do is that when things are going well for them, they tend to forget about God. You can never forget about God because God is the reason why you're here today. You're still alive. You're breathing. Some people went to sleep last night, didn't wake up, but you're still alive. Thank God. Some people don't have food that they're eating right now. They're searching for food. You have food in your refrigerator. Thank God. Some people don't have electricity. You have electricity in your house. Thank God. Start to go back to that childlike mentality, because that's why God says that people that think like children to an extent, right? And I'm talking about, when I say childlike mentality, I'm talking about people who are looking to do good and have a good imagination and want to see themselves becoming successful. They're the people that are going to enter into God's kingdom. But when you're starting to become selfish, starting to think about yourself, starting to focus on the things more of this world, just trying to indulge in so much pleasure without putting yourself in a position to succeed, as well as helping other people, God can't bless you. So really try to develop that relationship with God and just live life the right way. Always trust your conscience and live life right? Be as righteous as possible. Number two, you want to improve your finances, right? A lot of people don't realize that there are so many ways in which you can do to literally improve your finances, right? Especially if you're starting off, you could start off by getting a job, but the thing is that you want to eventually end up leveling up to either getting a corporate position as a career. So if you're working a job and you're looking to stay in corporate, you want to put yourself in a position to either get a corporate career, or if you're on the opposite end of the spectrum, which I believe is better, which is entrepreneurship, you're going to look to start your own business or become an investor, right? Or you can do both, right? So if you're going to go through the phase of becoming an entrepreneur, you want to either open an LLC and a C corporation, or you can open a partnership, a sole proprietorship as well too, right? There's so many ways in which you can basically try to open a business. But my thing is that those are just the entities, which is basically the paper. The best way for you to open a business and be successful quickly is to open up a business in which you see a lot of people are looking to have their problem solved. One business that you can open up right now that you're going to be able to profit off of a lot is a fitness business, right? You know how many people, especially here in the United States, are overweight and fat, and they're literally in a life and death situation. And I'm not saying it's a good thing, but at the end of the day as well too, you can profit off of helping them, either when it comes to you creating meal plans, telling them to buy these foods, or you can create the meals yourself, or you can be able to create fitness programs in which they can be able to follow, whether it's cardio or lifting weights. That's one of the easiest ways for you to be able to make money off of that, right? Another way you can easily make money off of fitness as well too, or not off of fitness, but in general. But one way you can also make money as well too is that you can teach people, like if you're trying to become an entrepreneur, you can teach people how to invest in cryptocurrencies, real estate, gold and silver, coins or bars, NFTs, which is the metaverse, right? There's so many things in which you can do. You teach people how to do this, people are going to pay you a lot of money, depending on what you set your offer to. Some people charge 200, some people charge 1,000, 2,000, 5,000. It depends on what you charge and how much value. You have to understand at the end of the day, when you're an entrepreneur and you're selling something, don't look at it as if the price you're setting it for is high. You have to see your value as higher than how much you're setting the price to. Does that make sense? And you have to get the person you're selling it to see that as well too. Show them and provide to them as much value as you can. So even if you charge it for thousands of dollars, they can see that at the end of the day that your product is worth more than how much you're charging them for it. Does that make sense? That's your goal as an entrepreneur. That's why you see entrepreneurs as wealthy as they are today. Because the thing is that they're learning, or they've learned how to be able to provide value through selling first and foremost. And from there, as they open up their business, they continue to sell. And then they get 5 people, 100 people, 500 people to work for them. There's 2 different types of entrepreneurs. There's the small business owner, and then there's the big business owner. The big business owner and the investors are the ones that profit the most. Why? With the big business owner, he has over 500 employees. You're going to realize as you become more successful in entrepreneurship, you're better off getting people to work for you and paying them well. Because if you can get people that are loyal to you and are going to work for you, you're going to make even much more money. Yeah, you have roughly 168 hours in a week. Imagine having 500 people work those same 168 hours a week. Even though it's nearly impossible because you have to sleep. But just understand the point. You know how much more money you'll be making? You know how much more money you'll be able to pay them? Come on, man. You'll be making a lot more money. Or you invest, like I told you. You want to basically be not a jack of all trades, but you want to dibble and dabble into every little thing that you have the ability to, especially if you've done the proper research, right? So don't dabble into anything that you haven't done research in, because that's exactly how you lose money. But the reality is that you want to do research, whether it's on cryptocurrencies, gold and silver coins, real estate, right? Real estate is probably one of the best things you can really invest into right now, right? I know the market is hot and there's a lot of competition, but if you can get one piece of property that you know is cash flowing you and you're not going for capital gains, there's money to be made, right? There's so many things that you can literally do. So financial, I hope I've provided value for you guys. If what I'm saying, this is the woke family. I want you guys to learn, right? Especially during these moments of trials and tribulations, because people don't realize that in these moments right now, especially your family is going to really test you to see what you're made out of. You have to grind, especially as a young man. I mean, I don't know how much a lot of you guys, some of you guys are probably in your late teens, early 20s, mid 20s, late 20s. You have to grind now that you're young. Let me repeat that again. You have to grind now that you're young, because if you don't grind now when you're young, what are you going to do when you turn 65 and you're going to file for retirement, right? You have to do it now. You have to do it now. Now is the time. You have to stay focused, locked in, keep grinding, keep putting in that work. Your time is coming, right? As a man, one thing you have to realize is that you don't reach your prime until you're in your 30s, probably preferably mid to late 30s. So you have to grind, man. So when you're in your prime, you're chilling. You feel what I'm saying? You're going to be able to raise a family if that's what you want to do. You're going to be able to focus on the things that you want to focus on more, but you got to put in the work. The problem is that a lot of guys my age, I'm 21. A lot of guys my age, they don't want to put in the work. They'd rather be lazy, sit at home, play video games. And there's nothing wrong with playing video games, but make it an activity that you do late at night when you put in all the work throughout the day. You feel what I'm saying? So it's all about your mentality, man. Your mentality is really going to determine, and your mentality and your discipline. Those are the two main things that are going to determine how far you go in life. If you don't have those two things with you right now, especially as you're young, it's going to be very, very hard for you to be able to put yourself in a position to succeed in the future. You got to put in the work now. Now is the time to put in the work. You feel what I'm saying? We don't have any more excuses in 2022, man. If we don't put in the work right now, we're done for. If we don't succeed right now, it's going to be too late. You got to grind. There's no excuse why you shouldn't be grinding right now, right? Now that handles the financial. Physical, I'm going to be 100% real. There is no reason why every man should not be hitting the gym every day, unless you're doing home workouts. And even with that, from time to time, you definitely want to go to the gym. At least, I believe, in my opinion, you should be going to the gym at least 4 to 6 days a week. At minimum 4. You shouldn't be going to the gym anything less than 4 days a week. Or you shouldn't be at least working out, some type of exercise, at anything less than 4 days a week. Because at that point, you're literally cheating yourself. You work out, you take your supplements to be able to ensure that you're able to recover that muscle quickly, and you eat clean, right? Take at least one day throughout the week if you want to, or one meal. Call it a cheat meal, call it a cheat day, whatever you want to call it. Call it that, but just put yourself in a position to succeed. That's not going to happen if you're not leveling up, right? A lot of dudes do not take care of themselves. They're on drugs, they're overweight, they're fat, out of shape, they can't run. Let's say with the situation right now that's going on in the Ukraine, right? How many people will really be ready to enter into, especially men, how many men would really be ready to get drafted right now? Not a lot of you, because you're not taking care of yourselves. You're letting yourselves go. You get a girlfriend, you end up making her cook, letting her cook for you, which I think is good. You should definitely have a girlfriend that's cooking for you. Well, you don't have to have a girlfriend that's cooking for you. I'm saying if you have a girl you're either talking to or you're in a relationship with or you're married to, she should be cooking for you. But the thing is that you use it as an ability to get out of shape, not continue to nah, bro. Like if you're gonna stay in shape and make sure that your body is good and you feel what I'm saying, you should be demanding that out of her too. Facts. But my point is that guys get lazy, right? Guys don't want to put in the work anymore. Guys don't want to level up. There's no excuses in 2022, bro. Real talk. Stay in shape, get in the gym, do something that's going to at least help you sweat. And after you sweat, you shower, you get ready, you put on some nice cologne. Take good care of yourself, man. Skincare. Like, there's no reason why you shouldn't have some type of face wash. Wash your face every single day. Make sure you're putting on some type of face lotion. Especially if you're trying to grow a beard, you want to make sure you have some type of derma roller to be able to rub on your beard every single day. Put on some beard oil, put on some beard hydrator or beard balm, right? Brush that into it, comb your beard, make yourself look nice, bro. And I'm gonna be real with you. There's obviously differences between short guys and tall guys. If you're a shorter guy, there should be no reason why you should not be jacked. You should be in the gym every single day trying to get your body right. Even if you're a taller dude, and taller dudes are obviously like the average American male height is what, 5'9" and a third. So if you're taller than 5'9" and a third, even if you're 5'9" and a fifth, a sixth, 5'10", you're technically considered above average, which means you're tall. So guys 5'10" and above, it's not a necessity that you go to the gym, because at the end of the day, you're a taller dude. Like, girls are going to look at you and be like, you're tall. But the reality of the situation is that there's no reason why you should not be in the gym. You feel what I'm saying? I think as tall guys as well, too, you should definitely be going to the gym. You should definitely be taking care of yourself. It's a necessity. You feel what I'm saying? Don't neglect it either just because you're tall, right? You definitely want to put yourself in a position to be able to look as attractive as you possibly can, right? I think these are important. That's when it comes to the physicality, right? So what have we talked about already? We've talked about spiritually. We've talked about financially, physically. Let's talk about emotional. Guys, the one thing I'm going to tell you right now that I believe is very important right now, especially as a man, you have to learn how to control your emotions. Let me repeat that again. As a man, you need to learn how to control your emotions. There is no reason as a man in 2022 that you should be emotionally unstable. I'm so serious. Some of these people in life, listen to me carefully. People in life are going to always try to piss you off. They're going to always try to get you off your center of edge. That's what people do. You have to realize that we're living in a spiritual world as well as a physical. Do you know how many demonic beings are outside every single day as you leave your house that are here to piss you off and get you angry? You have to see that and tell yourself, listen, you're not going to get me out of my element because whatever is in you is not greater than what is in me. Me that is in me, Jesus that's in me, God that's in me, the Holy Spirit that's in me is greater than everything else that's in the world. So you can never get me out of my element. I'd rather walk away, and you guys as well too. You're better off walking away than you are engaging with these people. You feel what I'm saying? You got to stay locked in. You got to stay focused. Put yourself in the position to succeed. You're going to have people that are going to always try to piss you off. Even your girlfriend, right? You say you have a girlfriend. She's going to try to get you off center all the time by trying to complain to you, talk to you crazy. Put her in her place, check her, but don't start yelling. No, we're not doing all that, man. You have to learn how to put yourself in a position to succeed. That's not going to happen if you're not in control of your emotions. Even your mother, your father, they're going to put you in position, your brothers and sisters, your family members, aunties, uncles, whoever. They're going to always try to get you off your center of edge. Don't say too much. Walk away and keep going about your business. Like if you have to say one thing to defend yourself and just keep it pushing. Life is too short. You feel what I'm saying? Another thing as well too. Let's get into the mental state because I think mental and emotional are somewhat connected, right? Mental is going to be the last thing we're going to talk about right now. So let's really talk about it. Mental obviously has to do with the way that you think through, like how you think through problems, how you're able to continue to push and put yourself in a position to succeed. I would connect mental to logical, right? And this is the main difference between women and men. Men are logical, masculine men. Let me repeat that again. Let me actually correct myself. My bad. Masculine men are logical. Feminine men are emotional, right? And the sad reality is that 95% of the male population in the world is emotional, which means that they're feminine men. You have to make that flip, right? You have to make that flip switch from becoming an emotional or from being a feminine man to becoming a masculine man because women don't respect feminine men. That's why majority of women in the world do not respect men because a lot of men are emotional. A lot of men are feminine. We're not doing that, bro. We as masculine men, we understand our value and that's how we go according. You feel what I'm saying? But with that being said, men, you need to learn how to start respecting yourselves, putting yourselves in a position to succeed and learn how to be in control of not only your emotions, but your thoughts, right? Try as much as possible to just control. I mean, even though somebody say you can't control your thoughts, which is a fair point, but you have to use a lot more of your thoughts as either an asset or a liability. Your thoughts can either be an asset, like your brain power, your thoughts. You have to, especially in moments of adversity, you have to use your mental capacity, your brain power, your mental thoughts to be able to lead you towards success. Because a lot of people aren't going to tell you this. What they're going to try to tell you to do is just to put yourself in a position to continue to be lazy and not really care. Nah, man, you got to use that. You got to use your brain as an asset. Your brain is either going to be one of your biggest assets or your biggest liabilities. Asset is going to be something that's going to make you money. Liability is going to be something that's going to take something out of your pocket, take money out of your pocket. So if you don't know how to think through situations, especially in tough moments of your life, in order to be able to help you get money or to help you become successful even more than you are, you're in trouble. So the point here is just continue to stay successful and continue to put yourself in a position to succeed, no matter what anybody thinks of you. Because the thing is that, especially when you're going through trials and tribulations, you're going to have a lot of family members that are going to down you, try to plot on you. Even friends. You might think these people are your friends, but you don't know that they have ulterior motives. You have to be careful of the people you call your friends. You have to be careful of all these things because they have the ability to either keep you up or bring you down. If you allow them to keep you up, perfect, right? Bring you up even more, perfect. But if you allow them to bring you down, you're only putting yourself in a position of being angry, being upset, being mad. And listen, in 2022, we're not doing that. This is the one thing we have to realize, man, as woke people of the Most High God. Those who want to be in our life, they're going to be in our life. Simple. Those who don't want to be in our life, they're not going to put any effort to want to be in our life. And we're not going to force people to want to be in our life. It is what it is. You move on. Life moves on. Understand? It is what it is. We're not going to force people, but we just have to put ourselves and others in positions to succeed. But how can we put others in positions to succeed if we're not leveling up ourselves? So this is the one point I'm trying to get across right now. And I think after that, it is what it is. We as members of the Most High, even when we're going through our trials and tribulations, there are 5 strategic ways in which we can basically use in order to be able to still be successful and to allow God the opportunity to bless us because he sees us putting in the work. If you understand, it's because you're woke. If you don't understand, you're not woke. And this will be on this live stream. If you like this live stream, make sure you go spam that like button, leave comments, share this live stream with your friends, subscribe to the channel at WokeEbucks, WOKEEBUKS. Tap the notification button to get all the latest videos that I post. Patreon link will be down in the description below, and so will social media links. So make sure you go give those a check. But without further ado, this will end this live stream. This is WokeEbucks, and I'm out, man.